to People Digital Channel. Today we are going to be looking at the framework of appraisal theory discourse analysis. You should have a copious understanding of the concept of appraisal theory, define all the terminologies used in appraisal framework, explain the themes, attitude, engagement, and graduation. And lastly, you should be able to apply the appraisal theory in analyzing discourses. Now, what do you understand by the appraisal theory? Before we proceed, let's look at the origin of the appraisal theory. The appraisal theory was initially created in the context of the educational linguistics and literary intervention work of the Sindley School as part of the New Southwest Disadvantaged School program led by Jim Martin in 1980s and 1990s. Now, the main concern of this group of linguists and educators was to better understand the social function of the interpersonal resources and to create a general model that could be applied in a systemic way to text from any register working within the general framework of the systemic functional linguistics. What triggered this work most was the work on the narrative genre and the discourse semantics. The appraisal theory is a new evolution to the approach to interpersonal meaning in systemic functional linguistics by M.K. Halliday. Now, this work gave rise to decade development in exploring the language of evaluation in different disciplines taught in secondary school and workplace literacies. Now, let's look at what exactly the appraisal theory is all about. The appraisal theory was derived from the systemic functional linguistics. It was developed by Martin and White in 2005 to expand traditional accounts regarding issues of the speaker, writer evaluation, certainty, commitment, and knowledge, and also to consider how the textual voices position itself with respect to other voices and other positions in the discourses. And the framework aims to provide a comprehensive, theoretical, and descriptive systematization of the linguistic resources that can be used to construe the value of social experiences. It is recognized as a particular approach to evaluate language, adopt tenses, and construct textual characters, and constitute international position and relationship. And the appraisal theory focuses on meaning in context and towards rhetorical effects rather than toward grammatical form, that is, the surface meaning. It focuses more on the deep meaning. Now, the system provides a generalization of diverse lexical grammaticalization that brings meaning together in relation to one another, which in turn allow the description of procedures of evaluation in relation to genre. Now, before we proceed, let's quickly look at three key functions of evaluation in language. Number one, language is used to express the writer's or speaker's opinion, and in doing so to reflect the system of that person and their community. And number two, language is evaluation in language is used to construct and maintain relations between the speaker or writer and hearer or reader. And lastly, evaluation in language is used to organize the discourse. Now, the appraisal framework considers evaluation in a conceptual manner and takes into account both grammatical and lexical codification and experiment or valorative procedure across the discourse. Now, appraisal as a model of evaluation in discourse. Appraisal offers a way of categorizing interpersonal meanings that are closely related to the system of speech function and negotiation. Now, this theory responds to a development of a social intersubjective perspective on evaluation and proposes a complementary view of interpersonal meaning beyond grammar and explores rank interpersonal systems such as mode and modality. Now, this theory uses three model or three domain in analyzing discourse. And number one is the attitude. Number two, we have the engagement. Number three, we have the graduation. Now, let's look at a system of engagement in appraisal framework. This system allows us to analyze the source of origin of attitude, identifying discourse as more monoglossic or heteroglossic in orientation, depending on whether or not and how authors recognize alternative positions in the discourse in relation to their own monoglossic or heteroglossic construct. Now, what do we mean by the monoglossic and heteroglossic construct? The monoglossic construct is a discursive choice that signals the absence of other voices. It's a statement that reports on reality without reference to others' opinion or voices. Now, it has to do with a single view, the view of a single person, your own view. That's what we know as the monoglossic. While heteroglossic, on the other hand, view language in a more plurality and diversity way. So, these views of language emphasize the plurality and diversity of languages both within individual and within the community. It has to do with other people's voice in the context or in an utterance. Quickly proceed to the system of graduation. The system of graduation is the process of grading or scaling that intensifies feeling and blurs category. It is a way to make a message more or less intense or sharper or blurrer. Now, the system of graduation is made up of two parts, which are the forces and the focus. So, these two aspects is what allows the graduation to achieve its aim in language or discourse analysis. Now, the focus or the first. The first has to do with the intensity and quality of the evaluation, which can be increased or decreased by using words with positive or negative meaning, repetition, synonym, or intensifiers or disjunctions. While focus has to do with the sharpness or softness of the values by using single words or adding modifiers to the words. Now, in the next lesson, we're going to be applying the appraisal theory for us to have more understanding of what this system is all about. This is a basic application of appraisal theory in analyzing discourse. Thank you very much for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you have any question, let us know in the comment section.